Okay, so you had your home for sale, had a couple showings, you maybe even dropped the price and you haven't sold it yet, but you're getting relocated and you need to move. Or maybe you're looking at a relocation offer and you're looking at the market and the market seems soft. Or you have a really good interest rate and you're thinking, what should I do now? Well, this video is for you. Continue to watch and I'll explain kind of the way we handle taking your property and renting it, helping you rent the property so you can turn that into a long-term investment property. So you come to this video because you're either thinking about renting your property or maybe you have a property that you're looking to rent, you manage from out of state, and you're looking for help. And you're looking for how can I rent this property so I can move my family, move my job, and keep this property. That's where property management comes in. So one of the greatest values we provide as property managers is helping landlords or helping accidental landlords or investors handle all the day-to-day, all the legal compliance, all the backgrounds, application checks, all that kind of stuff to make sure that property is set up correctly so you can be set up for the future. Our thing is we want you to own the home, but not the problem. You handle the home, handle the investment, you pay the mortgage, pay the taxes, and we do everything else. Now the cool thing about this is if you're in this market right now, think back to 2008. This was our bread and butter in property management. Nobody could sell, everybody was upside down in the house. There was a lot of foreclosures, that kind of stuff as well. But there was a lot of homeowners that had properties that they were upside down 20, 30, 40,000 and they got a job offer somewhere else and they had to move. They couldn't sell the house. They wanted to do the correct financial thing responsibly and keep that property. And so they hired us for property managers. A lot of those owners now still manage their properties. They've turned now into long-term investments. Some have probably actually even paid off their mortgage because of this, or they've taken that and they've maybe added a second, third property. This could be you. So it might not be ideal for you right now. You're thinking, I really want to just get rid of this, move, not have to worry about this headache. But we come in, we handle the headache. You still have to kind of worry about, if rent's being paid, that kind of stuff, or if you have money set aside in case for that. But in my opinion, this is the best way to become a real estate investor. You now have a property that's rented, maybe it cash flows. Hopefully we can get you a little bit of money. But maybe you still have taxes, you have insurance, maybe you have condo fees, that kind of stuff. And maybe you don't cash flow a ton, but let's say you're losing $200 a month and the tenant's paying the rest of that. Well, if you look out that over 20, 30 years, that's not a terrible investment for a property that is maybe paid off, has probably appreciated, plus you have the tax advantages we talked about. So, but the biggest thing is you can hire us, and from day one, we can set you up in the right way of how to get the property licensed correct for whether it's DC or basic business license, or in Howard County, Maryland, just getting the rental license. We can walk you through the step of how to do that. We could even do all of that for you. So if you're saying, hey, I'm getting transferred tomorrow, I can meet you tomorrow. You can give me the keys, sign a contract, and we can go through that entire process of getting it registered with the city, getting it on the market for rent, doing all the showings, collecting all the applications, running all the background checks, making sure everything looks right, signing the lease, collecting the security deposit, collecting first month's rent for keys, and then handle all the maintenance would happen once that tenant moves in. We would keep you updated every step of the way, as much as you want to. Some of our owners want to know everything. Some of our owners are like, hey, just let me know if there's an issue, call me. But we would keep you updated with everything. We'll then send you the rent check on the 10th of every month, minus management fees. And now you've got a property, you've kind of set it and forget it. We handle all that other stuff. So with that, if you're thinking about this, like, I don't want to deal with late night tenant calls. I don't have time to do showings. How do I do background checks? What do I need to look for in the background check? How do I get licensed with the city? That's where we come in. So hire us. So that's basically it. You've got property. You're like, should I sell this? It's on the market, I've reduced it, I'm not gonna make any money if I sell it. It might be the time to think about keeping it as a rental and turning it over to a property management company so you can have a property that increases in value, gives you tax deductions, and hopefully you cash for the property. So I have a bunch of other videos kind of talking about the rental license process, talking about how we do screening, background checks, even talking about how we do property walkthroughs every 90 to 180 days so you can actually see in your property. But you found the channel where you're gonna be able to get a lot of information here. So please, if you have any questions, let me know. Here's some other videos. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.